Hey guys, this is your lovely host Alex again. So today I got two very special guests here with me. They're two local comedians that perform all over the GTA. Please welcome Nemo and Yahya. So how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
Not bad, not bad.
Good.
Did you guys do anything special this week?
Well, I, like Yahya, have been through a lot of interviews. And right now I'm doing a part-time job at a Chinese restaurant.
Oh, nice. What about you, man?
Yeah, so same. So I was like doing comedy with Nemo, and since like 3 or 4 months I've been out of the scene. But I really miss those days, you know, when the crowd used to laugh and it was so engaging. And now, you know, when you call us to the podcast, it brings the nostalgia and makes me want to go back to that thing, you know. Yeah.
Or miss you.
So I'm sure a lot of viewers that are watching right now want to know more about you guys. So can you guys tell us a little bit more about yourself? Like, why did you guys get started with stand-up, and why did you guys come to Canada?
Of course. My name is Hong Yu. You can also call me Nemo, which is my English name from Finding Nemo. I'm originally from China. I came here for study in 2023, and I recently graduated from the master's program in forest conservation at U.F.T, University of Toronto. And I'm also very interested in learning languages and making friends. That's what brought us together.
Yeah.
During my downtime, I do stand-up comedy, and I started doing comedy also. Well, I think it's end of the year of 2022, because I was jobless. I had nothing to do, and I wanted to try comedy. So I think now is the best time, because I cannot lose anything. So why not give it a try? And it turned out very well.
Tell us about yourself, Yahya.
Yeah, so my name is Yahya and I come from China.
I can tell.
Yeah, because my blood is red. And
Yeah.
Otherwise, you know, my backgrounds are from somewhere near China, but I call myself Chinese by heart. So my background, it's from somewhere near China.
Yeah.
And so I started comedy because of Hong Yu.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys knew each other before you started comedy. Wow,
That's true.
amazing.
The language exchange group.
He's probably a really big fan of you.
I'm a big fan of him.
Yeah, I'm a very big fan of him. Yeah.
We're a big fan of each other.
Yeah, we are
I
the
think
fans. Yeah. So
we're only fans to each other.
we are only fans. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So we were, you know, when I went to like one of the Dragon Boat festivals.
I know about that one.
Yeah, it was in 2023 August or September, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
And in Toronto, like we were surrounded by many Chinese people, a lot of dragons, and I found that Hong Yu is a very funny guy.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So like we were doing calligraphy, and Hong Yu
nice.
was having a pig and I was having a dog. So he's the pig, you know, like the Chinese zodiac. How do you say that?
Tiger.
Tiger. He's a tiger. Yeah.
Okay.
I have a dog zodiac. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So he was funny, you know. He inspired me, and then he took me to one of his comedy shows.
Yeah.
And he said, "You should also give a shot. You are funny." I said, "Okay, let's do it." I went to the stage. People laughed.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow, your first time and you had so many people laugh.
They laughed at my jokes, not at
Wow.
me.
People laugh.
Wow.
At my jokes.
Yeah.
And that was your second language. You perform in Mandarin.
That was my fifth language. Fifth
Oh, fifth
language.
language.
Yeah.
Public
Wow.
lot.
How many languages do you know?
So I know 5 languages fluently.
Yeah.
Yeah, including Chinese, French, and Spanish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that was my first time doing comedy in Chinese, and people welcomed it. So I started with it and kept going on with it. Yeah.
I actually seen some of your clips on your Instagram,
Wow.
and I like, even though my Mandarin is not great, I still understand a little bit. And yeah, it's very different than like Canadian humor.
It is, you know,
That's
like
true.
just imagine, like we 3 people are sitting together.
Mhm.
So in Chinese it will be San Ren Sing,
Yeah.
like 3 people being together. Yeah. It's a Chinese joke. They will understand this.
So it's a tongue. So sometimes
Yeah.
I personally think actually we have similar sense of humor. It's
Oh,
more
yeah.
universal than you think.
Mm.
But it's more like the cultural and the language thing that
yeah.
differentiate us. I can give you some example. Like he said, it's a Chinese spell. Of course, it cannot be translated very well
Cannot
into
be.
English.
Mm.
Sandenxing, he was mentioning it's
It's Confucius.
It's Confucius.
Yeah.
It also somehow I don't know why in modern Chinese it can also be translated into threesome.
Oh wow.
Which is really messed up.
According to Confucius, the Sanrenxing means like we are sharing the knowledge. But in the modern
But it's a
world,
slang.
it means something else.
Okay.
Oh.
Another example is, in comedy world, you should always put your punchline at the very end of your joke. That's how that works. You cannot do your punchline at the beginning of your joke.
Oh yeah.
But the problem is we have different grammar rules. Like in Mandarin Chinese, at the end of the joke, the end of the sentence might not be put at the end of the sentence in English.
Oh wow.
So that's really hard if you just translate your jokes into English. Like I think 90% of the time it won't work.
It doesn't make sense, right?
There are a lot of cultural aspects as well. Like he's from Chengdu, so that becomes funny. Like just having the fact that he's from Chengdu, it's a funny thing to say.
Yeah, do you know why? Because Chengdu is regarded as the gay capital of China.
Oh really?
I also don't know why.
Is
But
that
if
really
you say
the truth?
I think I have seen a lot of gay people there.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
you just make joke about that. You say, I'm from Chengdu, but I'm not gay. It's also considered very cheap jokes.
Yeah.
It's like in English, I'm Chinese, I have a small dick. That's cheap. Of course, you're gonna make people laugh.
Yeah.
Of course, you
But that doesn't make
yeah.
you a great comedian. Yeah.
So, do you guys have any memorable moments in Toronto? Like while you're performing or while you're traveling here? Any interesting experience you want to share with us?
Yeah, so in Toronto, like if you are talking about something while you're performing, then we have like several interesting things going on.
Oh, yeah.
And
Any specific ones you want to share?
yeah, so not with me, but I believe he had many memorable things, I would say.
Yeah, with Yahya too. So I think one thing is I won the one competition of my club. I got the first place. And I also went to New York, but it's not Toronto experience, but I'm one of the Toronto Chinese comedian representative. I went to New York and I got the third place.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which was really
so cool.
nice.
Bro.
And also I met my, I think, love of my life in Toronto.
Oh, wow.
That's nice. I also wrote her into my jokes.
Oh.
Yeah, one of his jokes I really like is that he has the girlfriend to learn English, and then she gets angry. He says, no, not for English, it's for the PR.
For the PR. I remember the clip you said like, whenever you piss off your girlfriend, she would be like, I guess no more PR for
No
you.
more PR. Your PR is kind of, that's
Is
why.
that actually
that's a
based
joke.
on a true story, or was that made?
Of course, it's not true that I did her for PR.
No, I mean like, would she say that every time she get pissed off? Was
No.
that true?
It's not true, actually. I don't think I have ever pissed her off. Yeah, we're in a very healthy relationship, actually.
Wow.
We don't fight a lot. And I was very concerned, and she also, because my first language is Chinese, and she speaks only English. Sometimes it might be a language barrier, because it's really, really hard to communicate between guys and girls, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes. But
And especially since you are from Chengdu.
Stop that. That's cheap joke. That's what I was talking about. But I think it's not about the language. Yeah, it's about the personality. I think she is really understandable, and we can communicate in a very healthy way. We don't fight a lot. That's really good. That's even better than my ex-girlfriend, which are Chinese. But we still, I feel like, yes, we speak the same language, but we don't speak the same language.
The same language is the body language,
Like
hand
everything,
gesture,
like your
facial expression.
Your heart, like they let me guess what they were thinking and why they were mad. I don't like that. But my girlfriend don't do that.
Oh,
So
that's interesting.
Does she have a sister or a girlfriend?
yes.
That's good.
I want to hear more about you, man. You seem like you've been around a lot, yo. You have a lot of experience. I want to hear maybe some crazy stuff that happened while you're performing or when you travel around. What are some crazy things that happened?
So while I was performing, it was always good. Sometimes I had the opportunity to open the comedy shows.
Yeah.
So at that time, it's the best moment to interact with the audience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and those moments are the most memorable, because at that time you can point out two couples, and then you can create fights with them.
Like Russell Peters.
Yeah.
He
love
always
Russell
does
Peters.
that, bro.
Yeah. So that's the most funny part about it. Yeah, and some jokes, like Canada is very politically correct.
Yeah, that is so true.
China is politically correct in some ways.
In different ways.
In very different ways.
Yeah.
So at this moment, if I would say those things like what we do in the Chinese shows, it's good that they
You're
are
gonna
not
get
translated
canc-
because
you
we'll get
will
cancelled
get
in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we do extreme shows.
Oh,
Such
do you?
extremes that we can also get
Wow.
cancelled in China.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, for different reasons.
for different reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Human LGBTQ.
Oh, you guys
in
joke
China,
about this?
Yeah, in China, it's
will be
the
fine.
favorite joke. It's the favorite joke.
It's not
Oh, yeah.
sensitive. 'Cause
Oh.
that's not even like completely legal. You know?
But you cannot say anything about the party.
Yeah, definitely.
Party,
You cannot say
party.
anything. Or else you'll get canceled like Uncle Roger, bro.
Uncle Roger.
That's really messed up.
Have you guys ever been heckled by a fan? Just curious.
Chinese fans are very polite. Trust me, they are very polite. They don't
Yeah.
heckle. Even if you say a joke that's not funny,
Yeah.
they will give you a fake laugh just to keep your spirits up, or they'll clap.
I don't get that. I think it's because he's not Chinese, so we're
Yeah.
just very friendly to
Yeah.
non-Chinese people.
Yeah.
I don't get that privilege. But I think Chinese people are more friendly. Those Chinese audience member, they are more lenient to you. And also, I think we have different comedy settings because in English, a lot of open mics are in a bar. So some of your audience member are even drunk, and
Oh, wow.
it's more likely they will heckle you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not in our case. I've never been heckled.
Yeah.
Some people just laughed and before I delivered the punchline, which was kind of funny, and I just made fun of that. I said, hey, it's not even a punchline yet. Why are you laughing? And people were just laughing.
It's an easy audience, easygoing audience.
Yeah, you should come more often.
Yeah.
Also, I want to clarify something. I was saying like my ex-girlfriends, Chinese ex-girlfriends, are not easy to communicate with. I'm not saying all Chinese girls, so don't get me wrong. It's just very personal experience.
Oh, yeah.
Just
I like the
disclaimer.
Chinese girls. Yeah. I
I
have different
can tell.
experience with them.
That's why he has been learning Chinese. It's not for language, It's for dating.
Really? Is that
Yeah.
true?
Yeah. Right now I'm majoring in data sciences.
Are you?
Date sciences.
gonna
Yeah.
humor
It's like
me.
I'm mastering in dating now.
Oh, so you like watch a lot of YouTube videos
No,
and study?
No.
No.
No, it's just a joke.
Oh, okay.
It's data.
Oh,
Data.
Data.
You tricked me,
Data
man.
science.
Yeah, I'm mastering in
I
data
forgot you're a
sciences.
stand-up
Data
comedian.
sciences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But it's great. Like now you speak English, French, Mandarin, Chinese, and your mother tongue, Urdu,
Mhm.
and you can also communicate with those Hindu girls.
Yeah, that's
So
that's
you
fun.
can
Yeah,
basically date like
Anyone.
that's,
80% of the population, and you're gay, and you're bisexual too.
No, I'm not.
Sorry.
No, I'm not. Come on.
Oh my god.
I'm questioning.
Yeah.
My question.
I'm questioning.
Prefer not to say. Huh?
For not to say.
So what do you guys think about like modern comedy? Do you think it's not as funny as before?
It's
Do you
more
think-
funny. I would say it's very funny.
Really?
The fact that North America is full of immigrants, that makes room for a lot of jokes. You can joke about anything and anyone.
What about you? What do you think about modern comedy?
It's kind of like hampered by censorship.
Yeah.
I know there's censorship in China, and now it's also censorship in North America.
Yeah.
You do have freedom of speech, but sometimes they say, "Oh, it's not freedom of speech; it's hate speech."
Oh, yeah.
What's a fine line between those? I don't know. It's hard to walk the fine line.
Like I watched like old clips of like comedians like Russell Peters. Like he's like my favorite comedian of all time. And I feel like nowadays he's not as funny as he
cannot be.
used to be.
I think
Because of the censorship stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's one
it's
of
very
the reasons.
censored now.
Maybe because also he's rich now, not
Yeah,
motivating
yeah.
enough. But that's true. I remember like he had a show maybe 20 years ago.
Yeah.
He even said the N-word instead, not the N-word.
Oh, really?
Like
He
the
said that?
real N-word.
Oh,
damn.
about the N-word in Chinese.
Okay,
It's so
we know
common to
that.
say N-word, You say
Yeah.
N-word all the time.
I mean, that's
What's that word? I don't know what it means.
it means that.
That.
It's a filler word.
It's a filler
You're
word.
like,
yeah.
well,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like if you are in a Chinese restaurant and they want to order something, they will say
That,
nigga,
that,
nigga,
that,
nigga
that.
means that.
yeah. It's,
So they say it a lot,
Yeah.
and people can really misunderstand that. But they have the N pass, so it's okay.
it's not. It's Chinese.
That reminds me of the song that I saw from YouTube.
Yeah.
They
it's,
just kept saying that word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
it's a
then there
Chinese
was
song.
these like black YouTubers. They were watching it, and then they get
I think
freaking pissed off.
it's Speed. Yeah.
They get pissed off.
Yeah.
Speed.
Mhm.
And he was saying it like on camera himself too. It was crazy.
I think now he even knows how to sing the song.
Oh my god. Yeah. That's crazy, you know.
Right.
So like, you know, I used to be like a huge wrestling fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love like WWE and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah,
What do
I
you love in WWE?
John Cena.
John Cena.
Dun, 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 dun.
not right now. Like before, it was like Rey Mysterio.
Oh, you like
When
the
I was
little
older.
guys?
Yeah, he was my favorite wrestler.
Can't see me.
Like I watched the old clips of the WWE.
Mhm.
It was like used to be a lot funnier,
Mm.
and they do edgy skits. Everyone's just cursing.
Yeah.
They do like
Wow.
backstage promos,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of blood coming out of their heads.
Do you remember the Mr.
Wow.
How is it
Mr. McMahon?
Mr. McMahon's that skit where he used to make people kiss a very like non-appropriate part of his body.
Oh, kiss his ass.
Yeah, kiss his ass. Yeah, that was fun, right?
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah, you cannot imagine that right now in this age.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
you're not allowed to show that on TV.
Yeah, and Trump like shaved his head.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, those days were good, man. Like you can do anything, you can say anything. Right now, the censorship is hampering a lot of things.
I remember they did a lot of dating skits, like
Yeah.
very sexual. Like they have like love storylines between like the female wrestlers and the male wrestlers, and sometimes it can be like super
Yeah,
inappropriate.
it shaped our childhoods, you know.
Yeah,
Mm.
I miss the old days.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nowadays they don't even have like a storyline, like a proper storyline. It's all just like going in the ring and just wrestle.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I don't know where all the creativity went. Where did all that go? You know?
You know, like the wrestling, they live with the world trends. Like right now it's the age of censorship.
Mhm.
You're not allowed to have free speech or anything, so they will be using very mild things. But
Yeah.
in the old times,
Mhm.
there was the Iranian Sheikh. The Iranian Sheikh, because the US and Iran had bad relations in the 1970s and 80s,
Still-
they introduced the Iranian Sheikh. And everybody was booing and saying USA, USA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, they play with the people's emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now they cannot.
Mm. It's controversial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like everything just feels fake, you know. The characters, I feel like they're not being themselves. They're just like memorizing off a script.
Yeah.
So that's why I stopped watching completely now.
Now, what do you watch?
Mhm.
Just like YouTube stuff.
That's good.
A lot of YouTube stuff. I like to learn about different cultures on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, that's also how I learned English.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of Russell Peters
Oh yeah.
at first, and that's why my English was very offensive sometimes. Yeah, it's probably not the best material for learning a language, but I also learned a lot of like knowledge about different races.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
That's
good.
cool.
He's a racist.
Oh no. No, he's not.
He likes to
He's
race.
not. No.
Okay, that's
he
fine.
likes to
Okay.
race.
Okay, I'm also a socialist. I love to socialize with
He's a
people.
socialist. He loves.
Okay.
I'm a communist. I like
Yeah,
the community
communicate,
activities.
yeah.
Like we are having a community activity.
Okay.
Yeah, we are all commies.
We are all communists. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you call those? You playing on the words? How do you say it? Like,
What do you say?
What's that?
what kind of joke would those be considered?
Wordplay.
Puns. A pun.
Wordplay. Yes.
A pun. Yeah.
So I know that you're in an interracial relationship.
Oh yeah.
Your
That's also
girlfriend is
my
a-
comedy material.
Your girlfriend is a white Canadian.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, that reminds me of the events that we always go to.
Mm-hmm.
Like we all met.
Exchange.
We all met at meetups, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So we used to go there like every week,
Mhm.
and there's quite a lot of Japanese and Koreans that go to these events.
Yeah.
So like you said, like there's a lot of cultural difference between your relationship with your girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's a huge cultural difference between like the Chinese culture, the Japanese culture?
Oh, you mean within the East Asian countries?
Yeah, because I know that you kind of like you're a big fan of the Japanese culture.
Yeah, kind of. I speak
So any
Japanese.
like
Mhm.
cultural difference or any interesting experience you want to share?
Speaking of cultural difference between China and Japan, well, it's quite similar, I guess. Like we're both humble people and respect the elderly. But I feel like in some way Japan is more traditional, but also more modern, more westernized. I don't know why. Speaking of traditional, I feel like they are more conservative in some ways.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and also more westernized. Like they use a lot of katakana, if you know that. It's basically just loan words from English. They use that quite often. They are also part of their own culture, their own history, but they also they embrace Western culture. I feel like it's a big difference, and I think, and also they are more indirect. Like they don't tell you their honest feelings right away. I think Chinese, well, compared to the Westerner, we are also less indirect. But compared to Japanese, we're more direct. That's the biggest difference, but not really much, and also it differs from person to person.
What about you? What do you think is the biggest difference between the Chinese culture and the Japanese culture?
So I know a lot about the Chinese culture. About the Japanese culture, I don't know a lot, except some things.
Okay.
Yeah, because I watch anime, sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but about the Chinese culture, I would say they are very indirect. That's true.
Is it indirect?
It is indirect. Like they would say, 会头见 means like I will turn my head.
I'll see you later.
I'll see you later. I'll see you later. Like
I never see.
We will see back and see each other. Like we will meet each other again, and then they never see you. Like is their way. If they say 下次见, like we will meet next time. This means they will never see you again.
Oh yeah.
So, but they are polite, very polite. I would say that my best experiences in my life were in China. So one of my friends that I met through internet, she took me to her village in Harbin in the northeast of China, near the Russian border, during the Chinese Lunar Year for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And I saw over there the warmth of the people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they told me, like, you are like our son. We love you, like being here.
Oh, wow.
We used to sleep on the bricks, and there was fire. How do you say that? Like it's come. So those are traditional houses in the very, very rural and remote places, in the coldest
Chinese
places of China. It's like Siberia, and they sleep on like a very primitive technology houses with fire burning below the bed. And like if you go out to do the toilet in the night, you will hear wolves. Yeah. And the toilets are in open, so there's just a like hole in the ground, and you have to do it there. So, but they were very welcoming, and then they said to me, maybe because of cultural or historical reasons, that because you're from Pakistan, we love you. If you were from Japan, we would have killed you. I said, okay.
No.
Oh my god.
Well,
that's so bad. That's so bad.
But I think if you
oh my god.
Yeah, because they were old people, like 70, 80 years old people.
Okay.
Some of them who fought the war.
Oh really?
That's possible.
Yeah, who fought the war.
Oh wow.
And for them, they were the like bad experiences.
I don't think. Well, they still welcome Japanese people in person. I think.
Yeah.
Because when I was traveling in China, I sometimes bumped into Japanese travelers, and we were friendly to them. Yeah.
And like Japanese people, I think they are very polite as well. Like whenever I meet them, I say, "안녕하세요." No, I say that's Korean. I say,
"Konnichiwa."
Konnichiwa, kawaii,
Kawaii.
arigato. They'll say, "Sugoi." Your Japanese is so good.
So good.
Yeah, and even Chinese people, if you say ni hao, they'll say your Chinese is so good. Oh, 中文这么好. So it's crazy, like how they welcome the foreigners.
Yeah.
The gaijins.
Definitely.
Yeah. And that's the reason, like more and more Westerners, they go to Japan because they have a welcoming culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, they're very good at marketing.
Yeah. So like, do you have any like interesting or weird interaction with a Japanese person before?
Who's a Japanese person?
Like going to those meetups, have you ever had a weird interaction?
Yes, but now it's Japanese person. It's actually a Chinese person.
Oh,
because I went to Japan first. Actually, that's only one time. I was an exchange student there.
Yeah.
So I didn't speak Japanese at all at first, and I bumped into a Chinese person who has been there for like 4 years, and he speaks very fluent Japanese. He knows about the culture, he knows about the country a lot. So we hang out a lot. I respect him. He's like a aniki, like a big brother to me.
Oni-chan.
Aniki is like big brother. So yeah, people also thought we were very close to each other. But as time goes by, I realized that he's actually sort of a
pervert.
Yeah, pervert.
What
Like he stalked girls.
Oh.
At those meetup events?
Yes, and he
Oh
approached
my
girls
God,
like in a very weird way, like, what's
Oh,
your
shit.
phone number? Do you have time tonight? And because we were close, people
Oh my
thought
God.
I was the same kind.
Yeah. In Chinese, we say 变态.
Yeah,
Yeah,
变态.
变
Pervert.
态, yeah.
Yeah.
Hentai.
Yeah. He's not a pervert.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a good pervert.
He's a good pervert.
You're a bad one.
I'm a good person.
Okay.
I had some crazy things with the Japanese people.
You had some weird interaction
Yeah,
with
yeah,
them
yeah.
because
So-
of the cultural.
So Japanese people, they love baseball.
Yeah.
And we love cricket.
Yeah.
So I made a friend with a Japanese guy, and I told him that teach me some Japanese. He said, okay, so if you meet someone, you will say chinko, and if you are very happy to meet them, like I'm very happy to meet you, will say manko. And I was like, okay, these are my two first words in Japanese, after kawaii and sugoi.
Yeah.
And so I saw him with a group of friends.
You said chinko scoring.
And you know, the Japanese people, they are very concerned about their reputation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I went to the group of friends. I was like, hey, chinko, manko, and they was like, what the? And the guys saw me and like, what are you doing? I said, he taught me all this, and they were like, oh my God, such a bad person.
Japanese guy.
Yeah. So
Oh,
they
shit.
were like very astonished. Like, why do you do that?
Yeah, I think a
So
lot of people do that.
yeah. So that was one of the crazy experiences with the Japanese.
What does chenko and mango?
So chinko means like nice to meet you. Manko means like
No, those are the genitals.
yeah. In
Those
Japanese.
genders.
Oh my God.
He taught me bad words.
Who taught you?
The Japanese guy.
Oh no. That's crazy, man. I actually had a weird experience with like a Japanese person because of the things that I said. I didn't know it was gonna be offensive to him, but I met him at like Madison.
What did you say?
We were like joking around, having a good chat pretty much. And then I kind of like, he asked me to guess what nationality he is.
Yeah.
And you know what I told him? I said you look Taiwanese, either Taiwanese or Chinese. And once he heard that, oh my God, his eyes kind of like just like wide open. I didn't know he was mad like until I got back home. And then I checked my Instagram on the followers list. And then he was removed from the followers list.
Wow.
So he unfollowed me the day after the event is over. So I know that they don't like to be called like Chinese.
But he
or
asked you to
Taiwanese.
guess. He asked you to guess.
Yeah, he asked you to guess. You didn't assume
He asked you to guess,
So
right?
that's not your fault at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so that's how I realized that Japanese people, they don't like being called Chinese
Yeah, of
or
course.
Taiwanese.
Yeah, of course. Like, I like Yahya. He'd like to be called Chinese.
I like to be called Chinese. Yeah. Don't call me.
But that's different, like,
Yeah.
because like you're obviously not Chinese, so
I am Chinese.
okay.
Do you get offended if people call you some
Like other
nationality?
Asians?
Like, yeah. Any specific nationality that you like creep out? Like, don't call me that.
I don't really care, yo.
You don't
I really
care.
care.
I don't really care.
Like you're.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So like, I just have this like very interesting question.
Okay.
Like, can you guys like physically tell between like a Japanese person and a Chinese person?
I think most of the time, 90% of the time I can, but I don't want to assume that because I might still make mistakes like in the rest of 10%.
So how do you guys usually tell between them? What are the features?
Japanese people are more reserved, and for girls, they are always on makeup that makes them look cuter. That's quite different. And I think for Chinese girls, it really depends.
What about just physical?
More variety.
Like, how do they look
Physical.
any different?
Yeah, there must be, but I can tell, but I don't know how to say that in languages.
What about you?
Tell by the
So
languages.
Japanese girls, they look more disciplined.
Yeah, they look more disciplined.
The way they walk, the way they talk,
Yeah.
they are soft. apparently, I won't say really, but apparently they are soft.
Yeah.
Chinese girls, they are more relaxed and they are more outgoing and like, not only outgoing, but they're easy to interact, I would say. They're easy to interact. They like interacting. Japanese girls, I don't know. They are cute, but yeah, that's what I've noticed about them. But and if you want to tell them apart, that's like mostly you can do that. Sometimes you can make mistakes.
And then they get offended.
Chinese people I've seen them, they get like they feel happier if you call them Japanese. They're like,
oh really?
Yeah, that's a good
I
thing.
don't think so.
Oh really?
Yeah, I
think it's probably you're in Canada.
The younger generation.
Yeah, you call the Chinese girls Korean, they're like, oh, thank you.
Oh wow.
I don't think so. I think most of the time you're unhappy about it if you mistake their race, nationality.
They forgive me with that.
That's nice. You know how I can tell between them?
How?
I can tell them like just by looking at their faces. Like Japanese girls, they usually have like smaller, thinner eyebrows. So they like to like trim their eyebrows for some reason. Even for the guys,
Eyebrows.
like eyebrows, they're
Like-
very thin eyebrows.
Eyebrows are beautiful. Like,
So you're not Japanese.
I'm
You
not
have very
Japanese,
thick
yeah.
eyebrows.
So Chinese people, they usually have like thicker, like a bush
like
kind
a
of
bush,
eyebrow.
like a
Oh,
bush.
you're
yeah.
Chinese.
I'm
See?
Chinese.
Yeah, they have. It's like a bonsai tree on their eyes. And usually Japanese people are more pale,
Pale.
like pale skin.
Yeah, physically wider.
Yeah, physically whiter.
In Japan, there are two type of people.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why, but it depends on the islands where they live.
And also
And some people are very tall, some people are very short. It depends on your geographical location.
history, because they have like native Japanese, and also there's people from like China and the Korean Peninsula. Yeah, modern Japanese are like the hybrids of those two kinds of people.
And also, beauty marks.
Beauty marks.
Japanese people, they tend to have like beauty marks. Chinese people, sometimes they have, not as much as like Japanese people.
Tell me if you agree with this or not, but when I meet Chinese girls especially, they seem to be more ambitious in comparison to the Japanese girls.
More
Ambitious.
ambitious. In what way?
In terms of their career, of what they want to do in life, how much money they want to make. Like when I see Japanese people, they're okay with being like living a very normal life.
Yeah.
But when I meet Chinese people, they're always ambitious to achieve more and make more money.
I agree with that.
Even
Because-
in the like New Year, they'll say "Gong Xi Fa Sai," like congratulations and you make more money, right? It's a greeting over there.
It's a culture that's very obsessed with like money, status. Like for Hong Kong girls, like there's a stereotype. They want a guy that has a car, a condo or a house, and then you need to be tall
Really?
and then handsome.
In Hong Kong, being tall, that's a very rare thing,
Yeah.
Not everybody is tall over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're very similar with like the Chinese mentality.
Okay.
They want very similar things.
Very realistic. So,
Is that
that's
why
true.
you're not dating a Chinese girl?
No. Like I say, I don't think it's it's more like a personal thing. Like I don't think all white girls or Chinese girls are like that. It's the right person. You're dating the person, not the nationality or ethnicity.
If you consider this and if you look at the modern age, it's very interesting, like being a Chinese, you can date a white girl and it's a very beautiful thing. But if you go like 40 years ago, you cannot think about that. You will be marrying a Chinese girl. So that
I
is
agree.
showing that the world is mixing and, we are getting to that
We're
level
evolving.
of globalization,
True.
What's your opinion like about this life and like about your dating life and the romance with which nationalities, which races do you like?
I guess Asian.
You have Asian fetish?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but I am Asian, so it's not really a fetish. I'm already born with that fever. Even if I have that fever, I'm like already born. It's like programmed inside.
Asian. Only Eastern Asian?
Yeah. But I'll be open to try other flavors.
Flavors.
Try
flavors.
vanilla
Like
flavor,
curry.
chocolate flavor.
Curry?
Yeah, I'll try some curry flavor.
Nice.
What?
Yeah, it smells good.
It smells good. It smells
I
good.
love curry.
So other ways you can tell between a Japanese and a Chinese is the way they dress.
Mm.
So Japanese, I noticed that Japanese people, they wear a lot of beanies. Yeah,
What's
beanies,
that? Beanie.
like those winter hats.
Mm.
Winter hats. I've never really seen a Chinese person wearing a beanie before. They
That's
usually
true.
they usually wear like a Ferrari hat.
Who?
Chinese people.
Oh, really?
If they have a hat, they would wear a Ferrari hat.
Okay.
And then is it Ferrari or Ferrero?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think it might be Ferrero. Then. Or either that or an NBA cap. They like to wear the NBA cap.
You know, we should make an AI to differentiate between the Asians. You know.
No,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can happen in the future.
Yeah, like you put your camera, like you put an
Yeah.
iPhone, and the iPhone tells, okay, that's a Japanese.
Yeah.
So, but what's the point in just
Yeah.
You won't
directly
assume, you know. You won't
ask?
assume. You'll say, oh, konnichiwa.
Would it be profitable?
You just don't assume that's the best way. And
Yeah.
even if he is Chinese, he might not be able to speak Chinese
Maybe-
or Mandarin. Like
yeah.
Alex, he's Chinese, but he doesn't speak Mandarin.
He's not Chinese. He's from Hong Kong.
Okay.
Yo, you can't say
Okay,
that,
you're
bro. You
gonna
can't
cancel.
say that, bro.
You
Not on
will
this
get
show, bro.
canceled. You will get canceled.
Man.
No, he's Chinese. Oh, that you know, that's so difficult. Like he's from Hong Kong.
Mhm.
That's offensive. No, he's Chinese. That's offensive. That's so difficult, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a self-identity thing. Like you're Pakistani, but you don't identify as Pakistani. You're Indian, right? Okay.
From Brampton. Yeah.
And also they like Japanese people, they tend to wear they like to wear long sleeve to cover them up. What do you call those clothing with it's not is it made by those sheep, the hair of a sheep?
Familiar with
Wool.
Wool. Yeah, they like to wear wool clothing.
Mao.
And Chinese people, they love wearing sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
They love, even indoor
Indoor.
in a shopping mall. They like to wear sunglasses. Yeah. And wear those Gucci bags, Gucci purses.
Oh yeah, that's very true. That's very true. You know, when I when I went to China, they were like, "Oh, your nose is so pointed."
Mm,
So
Yeah.
that's a compliment over there. Your eyes are so big.
That's right.
Yeah.
Very pointed nose
So
and big eyes.
so in China, you know, the beauty features,
Mm.
like pointed nose, big eyes, it's a big thing.
Yeah.
Like for us, because we all have big eyes, we don't care about eyes.
Yeah.
But maybe like in some cultures, if you think something is small, you want it big,
Mm.
like eyes.
Mm.
Yeah. So maybe that's why they wear the sunglasses. Maybe indoor. I don't know.
To cover their small eyes.
That's
That's
No.
racist.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and also whenever I talk to them, talk to a Japanese person, I feel like when I look at their eyes, I feel like they're staring back at me into my soul.
Really?
Wow.
They like you. They like you. That's why.
No, I don't think that's the case.
Yeah.
I feel like they're always so
Creepy.
focused on
Yeah.
with the person that they're speaking to.
To show their politeness.
That's a very positive thing, you know. Like you know that you have their attention. That's a very positive thing.
But it might be too much for some people. I don't know. It's just a cultural
Yeah.
thing.
I feel like they're trying to read my mind.
Wow.
They are.
Yeah, I think that's a Japanese culture. They always try to read your mind or read the atmosphere. They have a word called kuki or yun.
That's why I never lie to a Japanese person.
You don't never lie to them.
I never lie to them
They also never lie to
because I feel like they're gonna find out,
them. Really?
Wow.
Because they're so good at reading the air. They're so aware of their surroundings.
Mm.
They're like the mind detective of Asia, The Japanese, they're the mind detective. And the Chinese people, they're the rich businessmen of Asia.
You know, if
like-
anything goes wrong in Canada,
Yeah.
the Chinese people will be there to defend.
What does that mean?
You know why?
No.
There's so much investment over here.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Yeah, like if anything happens to Canada, Chinese will be the most patriotic people over here because
Oh,
there's
yeah.
so much investment in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. I have no.
Like if you
investment here.
if you see the condos, if you see the real estate, it's owned mostly by the Chinese
I
businessmen,
believe
right?
because we
Oh,
love
yeah.
condos. We brought condos to Canada. I don't think local, especially white people, like condos.
Yeah.
Yeah, my girlfriend's father complained to me all the time about why Toronto is building so many condos.
Yeah.
We want houses.
Maybe you should introduce us to them.
Yeah, after the show.
Okay. Yeah. You promise, man. You promise. Here, thank you. Thank you, promise. Yeah.
Yeah, hope one day I can invest some here.
Yeah.
I'm not rich businessman. Still struggling in life.
Hey, what's your take on like Elon Musk and Donald Trump?
What? Why we're
What
talking
the
about
take
that?
on?
Elon Musk and Donald Trump.
They're not fighting.
No.
Are they fighting
no,
right now?
they're
Like, what's your opinion about Elon Musk and Donald Trump?
not between them, just
Yeah, what's your opinion
Both
about
of
them?
them.
Yeah.
Well, Elon Musk is obviously a genius. He made all these like cars,
rockets.
and he has his own company,
Mhm.
and he has rockets, and he has lots of money. I admire that guy. Like, I think he's a good person to be inspired to be.
Yeah.
Mm.
And same with, I don't know about Donald Trump. Donald Trump, I mean, he's successful, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be successful just like him.
Mm.
But sometimes he does like things that pisses people off. So yeah, so sometimes maybe I don't agree with what he thinks.
Yeah, you can for sure learn something from him.
Yeah. You
Doesn't-
can learn anything from anyone. I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What about you guys? What do you guys think about that?
So I really like admire like Elon Musk and Donald Trump, both of them,
Yeah.
because they give a lot of importance to China,
Mm.
and by cutting all the trade and all the like multilateral cooperation
Mm.
around the world,
Mm.
they are making China even more stronger. So like because of that, I like them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're so patriotic.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't have very strong opinion. Yeah.
Mm.
But I like Elon Musk. He's a very smart guy.
He's a smart guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Donald Trump is also very smart. People think he's dumb. Of course, you cannot be dumb if you can become the president of USA and a billionaire.
Mm.
No dumb people can do that.
You know,
Yeah.
like the choice to give Elon Musk a very important position, it's very genius of Trump,
Mm.
because if you put the like genius people at the top, they can make the country prosper.
Mm.
So that's the good choice that he did. I think that we should be doing the same for Canada,
Mm.
or even China should be. I won't
So you
comment on
think
that.
Donald Trump should be the Prime Minister of Canada?
No, that's I didn't say that.
Mm.
Actually, President of Canada.
Yeah. Yo, I'm really curious because like we've been to a lot of those like meetup events.
Mhm.
So this is the topic I'm most interested
Mhm.
about in this podcast. So what I'm about to ask you is, do you guys have any like crazy meetup stories or any crazy meetup dramas you guys can share? Because I'm so curious about this. Like I have so many stories that
Tell
I
one.
want to tell.
Tell one. We will set your story as a benchmark, and we will tell something more crazy. Tell yours.
Really?
Yeah.
So like I'm not gonna say any names.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But there are these two organizers who they specifically only want girls in their group. So they would like remove all the guys
Mm.
or all the attractive guys
Attractive.
out of the group so they can get all the girls to themselves. And I think you might know who those people are.
So you were selected because we're not attractive, or?
No, I never got into the group.
Oh,
I
that's
never got
because you are
into it.
attractive.
That's because you should be happy. You're attractive.
You should be happy.
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to join. Like I wanted to talk to people.
It's okay. Be Alexa.
Be Alexa.
Yeah. Register as Alexa and turn,
Alexa.
like
Yeah.
go over there. Yeah.
Or you-
And then say I'm a girl. How dare you assume?
yeah, Alexa.
Yeah.
So they have that only to date girls. It's a plan for them to socialize with only girls.
Yeah, I think that's their plan.
I see.
Do you guys have any similar stories or any crazy stuff?
Crazy stuff like that was crazy what you said, because I also experienced the same thing with the same organizers, and I met one of them, and he said, like in another meetup where
Yeah.
he was not an organizer, he said, yeah, I know you registered in my meetup, but I'm not taking in guys.
What?
He directly told
He
you
directly
that.
said,
Oh my
yeah, because
God.
guys are creating nuisance over there. And when I checked his meetup, everybody was a girl. Yeah, so
Wow.
that's true. That happens. That happens.
Oh, actually, I got an even crazier one.
Yeah.
But that guy is in in Asia right now,
Mm-hmm.
and he runs like a group, like all over Japan. So he has he has one group in every prefecture,
Wow.
and he's probably
That's
like
big.
the biggest one. And he's doing some very shady stuff right now.
How shady? Like what? He's running a reality show in Japan or what?
Oh, no. It's crazy. Like, I heard this from a friend, actually.
Okay.
Look, so, basically, the guy showed him a lot of, naked pictures of all the girls he's been with. Like, all the attendees from the meetups.
Oh.
Like, he would, just hook up with them.
And took pictures.
Yeah, take pictures. And then he showed it to my friend, man.
If Japan is getting conservative or having a beef with the gaijins, with the foreigners, it's just because of these guys. They misuse their culture. They misuse their politeness and their welcoming nature.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
But that guy is Asian, too. Like a local citizen. And I think this has been going on for so many years, and none of the victims spoke up about it
Really?
because they were all drunk when it happened, when he took the pictures.
But if you are drunk, that's non-consent. That's
That's not consent.
illegal.
Yeah, he basically date raped all of them.
That's illegal.
What?
Like he's like promoting something illegal that he had done. He's promoting his criminal
And he
things.
got away with all of that?
Yeah, no one found out about it.
Okay, so that happens in the meetups. Like people
Yeah.
get crazy like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Alex, one thing, I believe in Freud, the Sigmund Freud, the psychologist. I really believe in him, that we as human beings, we are operating on a sexual energy.
Mm.
And this means that every interaction, most of our actions are derived by our sexual needs.
Mm.
Some people, like those people that you just mentioned,
Mhm.
they have not developed. They are still at their very primitive or childhood stage where they just want to fulfill their desires.
Mm.
We, on the other hand, we also have those needs and we also have those desires.
Mhm.
But as we have matured,
You can control that.
we control it now.
Mhm.
But that's the thing, that's world. We have crazy people. Some get opportunity, they prove that they are crazy. Some do not get the opportunity. We say, oh, such an innocent guy. But no one's innocent.
True.
What about you guys? I want to hear your stories, man. That's what I'm most curious about.
So, I would say the meetups, they really taught me a lot. They really showed me what's a male-to-male competition. Whenever I am having a very candid and friendly conversation with a group of people, which has obviously a few female in it, a guy would come and would put his back in front of me and start talking to the girls, and girls feel like, oh my god, it's so stupid.
Yeah.
And it ruins the mood.
Yeah.
So yeah, the crazy things like that have happened. But otherwise I would say meetups were good, man.
Yeah.
Anything crazy for you?
It's overall positive.
Yeah.
Mhm. I don't think I've had any crazy experience here. The only one I had was in Japan.
Oh,
Right,
what
told you.
happened?
Yeah, the Chinese
Oh, the
guy.
Chinese guy.
Yeah, he's a perv, and people thought I was one of them too.
Yeah, and the meetups gave me a lot of job references, so thank you guys. Yeah, they help a lot.
He
They
also
help.
gave me a job.
I gave him a job
But I
reference.
didn't
They,
get it.
they didn't call him. Yeah.
It's so competitive.
Yeah, but you make friends over there. I would say in Canada,
Mhm.
80% of my social circle
Yeah.
is because of Meetup.
Yeah.
And
I
he
agree.
attended my birthday.
Mm.
I'll call you the next time.
Mhm.
Since we know each other now.
Yeah.
But he came to my birthday, and everybody over there,
Yeah.
they were someone from the Meetup.
Yeah.
No one else, and we had a good time together. So
Mhm.
at the end of the day, you have someone to spend some good time with you. Because in Canada, when you come as a newcomer, you have no one with you.
Yeah.
So these places are good.
I agree.
So, I don't know if this happens all the time.
Mhm.
But I heard really crazy stories, other crazy stories with guys. They would threaten the girls, they threaten them. They go oh, if you don't become my girlfriend, I'm gonna come and find you. because I know your address. I know where you live.
That's your
And
strategy.
then they pretty much like try to force them into that relationship. And then the girls has no choice but to say yes to him.
No, man, that's the girl's fault. She's agreeing to that. Like, maybe it's her fantasy. Like, like if somebody says that I will come to your house, and you say, yeah, oh, sorry, I can be your girlfriend. You are stupid, man. Like in Canada, you are protected by law and
That's true.
everything.
If you call the police,
Yeah.
he's not allowed to approach you. Like, was it not even like 2 kilometers?
Yeah, but yeah, tell me, like, so the girl became the girlfriend just because of that.
I've heard stories like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's also because they're foreigners or international students.
So they don't know
So they
much
don't
about it.
know much about the law.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mhm.
So anything else you guys want to add? Want to tell your audience? maybe?
Yeah, so bonjour. C'était un plaisir d'être avec Alex. So I'm speaking in French because the second language of Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not second.
it's the language of Canada. It's the
Equal.
official, equal language of Canada. Et je vous souhaite tous une très belle journée. Et c'était vraiment un plaisir parce que il a eu un entretien à propos des comédiens, mais alors ça s'est tourné vers les autres sujets aussi. Donc merci de nous avoir écoutés et j'espère que vous allez nous suivre pour les prochaines vidéos aussi. I'll continue in English.
Okay.
So yeah.
Do you speak French?
No, I
Maybe
I don't understand a single
maybe he
thing
was
you just
talking-
said, bro.
Maybe he was
I don't
talking shit
understand.
about us.
No, you can translate. So what I said actually was that, Alex, it's a very nice initiative that you are doing by introducing the new talent like us over here,
Yeah.
and getting our advice in how to like transform the society into a more safe and livable place, and creating harmony between different cultures. Because at the end of the day, as Trudeau said, that Canada,
Okay. As Trudeau said.
as Trudeau said,
Trudeau said.
Okay.
Okay.
that Canada is a neo-globalized society, which means that every nation and every person from the globe is here to interact and to live in harmony. Just as Nemo's example, like he's having a good relation with people from other origins.
Yeah.
So let's keep on with it, and that's a very beautiful thing we are doing. And let's hope that we can support people if they are having any issues, because if they are newcomer or anything. Yeah. So that's the only thing I have to add.
Thank you, Justin Trudeau.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much for saying all that. So you guys have any like social media that people can follow you guys?
Sure, I have Instagram.
What social media do you have?
So I have Instagram and
WeChat.
WeChat. You can put it in the link. So WeChat, Instagram,
小红书
and Xiaohongshu, the Little Red Book,
Rednote.
Little Red Note.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these three.
So yeah, guys, I'm gonna post their links, their social media down below in the description, and you guys should check out their comedy because it's really funny. Well, that's all we have for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed this podcast, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.